Hey guys, welcome back again to your show, Tito Crypto, and today we're gonna be talking about, of course, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, and the opportunity of your life. Okay, guys, as you know, Bitcoin started to go up. It couldn't pass 45,000, and it started a downtrend. But this is what it lies. This is what it gets interesting. Every time that Bitcoin goes down to a specific area, this is the best time for you to load up on Bitcoin and take advantage of the opportunity that only comes once every couple of years with Bitcoin. Guys, if you like the comments, if you like the video, please hit the likes. Also leave comments on the video regarding anything you would like to know, anything you do not understand, and I'll be more than glad to explain it to you. Having said that, let's go to the content, okay? Guys, look at here, right? This is the chart that I wanted to show you. This is the weekly chart. I like to play and I like to show the weekly chart because it gives you sort of a macro view of Bitcoin. This is, again, for reference, this is Bitcoin 2012, 11. And it has made a move to the upside every so often. It goes up, goes down, up again, down and up. And as you notice on this chart, I have circled this area here and leave, notations on this area here, here, and here. And this is what I call, guys, this one here, 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 and here, the opportunity of your lifetime. The chance of you who has not getting to crypto to getting now and save that dry powder, that cash to getting now. If we go down to those levels, it'll be a great chance for you to make good money. As I said also, guys, I do not give financial advice. This is not. It is not financial advice. This is just me showing you the wonders of crypto as an educational theme, okay? Let me start with showing you what I mean by the opportunity of a lifetime. Probably none of us. I wasn't here in this movie. I wasn't around. I didn't know about Bitcoin 2014 all the way to 2000. Well, this is 2018. This I was around in this area. I'm talking about this area back down here. I wasn't here from 2011, 2013 when it went up. I didn't know about Bitcoin. I didn't know about this. I have no idea. I sort of came to find out about Bitcoin around here. So let's see. Not even July, around this area. That's when I got to know about Bitcoin. So I missed all this chance to load up if I wanted to, if I was into it around these levels. Why? Because every time Bitcoin goes up to in a sort of climaxes into this parabolic bull run, it comes back down and sort of make a base here at the bottom. And this is the area where you can load up. All right, you can load up and get gains, amazing gains in this financial vehicle, okay? But it's something that you need to keep in check or to be able to know, keep in mind. This, every time, and I have explained this to you again, I want to sort of make this video to emphasize the situation again so you can remember it and keep track of it. This, guys, the blue line is the 50 moving average right here. And the red line is the 200. Always keep that 200 in mind because it plays an important role in the life of Bitcoin. But again, every time the price comes down below the 50 moving average, it has done this very often, right? More than once. And we usually, what we said is, if you want to know what's going to happen forward, look back or look to your left, right? So every time it violates the 50 moving average, it comes down and rests on the 200. It might wick down a little bit, right? But it comes down and comes here. Now, if you load up here, let me give you an example. This area here, it's 200,000, give and take, right? Now, from 200,000, if you were to hold that, right, and just buy, and just sort of think of it as a 401k or retirement money, you just hold that. It would have ride this all the way up to $20,000, guys. Amazing. Insane amount of money. But of course, you needed to hold it. And that's the beauty about this thing. You need to hold. This is not a quick scheme to make money quick, right? It's not that. You still can make money, quick money, but the beauty of crypto is holding to it until you see that parabolic rise. Because it did it once, it did it again here, not as smoothly, but it did it again. So if we move from this area, now we could come here, 2017, 18, that bull run, it became a bear market. A lot of people lost money on that because they tried to get in on the top, but still you wouldn't make money. So on this one, we came back down again. And remember, look, we violated the 50 again here. A couple of years later, from let's see, July 14th. Now we fast forward into July 18th, almost 4 years later. So around 4 years later. So not again. Violated this area here. And what it did, it came back down at some point and rested again on the 200. Now this is 3,000 and change. And what it went up as, with up and down, all the way to 68,000, guys. It looks simple. It is not, because when people saw that this thing went up to 14,000, it started coming back down, and it went down to 3,000 again. People were decimated, basically. But again, this is a chance for you to load up. Every time it comes down to this level, it's a chance for you to load up. Here, on the second one, small, they used to call it small bull market. This is now 2019 to 2020. Came back down again, kind of start hovering up and down between the 50, and at some point broke the 50, went back down again, even below the 200, so the 300 in this area around here. But what is that again? A good chance for you to load up again and ride this wave all the way from 3,000 here now to 68,000. Now we fast forwarding to the present time, right? Follow the blue line here and look what is going on here. Magnify this so you could see it. What do we have here? It violated again the 50 just like it did here. And it keep trying to come up and break it, because I think we really wanted to break this and start going up. Well, probably situations that are happening right now, as you know, Ukraine, situation with Ukraine, and the stock market coming down, the interest rates going up. There's a lot of things outside crypto that is affecting the market as a whole. So it attempted to break this thing and come up numerous times, but at the end, it went back down. So right now we are at $39,143, right? But if this plays out like it played here, and back here, meaning that it violated the 50 moving average, and there's a good chance, right? There's a good probability, because this is all about probabilities, that we visit this line here again. That is, of course, is kind of going up. Every year is going up. Every is dynamic, right? And it keeps going up. So at some point, if this plays out the way it has done in the past, the price of Bitcoin is going to come down and meet the 200 moving average at some point. Guesstimation, if you sort of by measuring the distance here, it'll be, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, if it happens, it's going to be around March, probably end of March, early April, maybe around this area. I even marked this in here. That's my guesstimation. But if it's a good chance that doesn't happen, because now a lot of people, they sort of noticing this movement here, so they expect this to happen again. And it's just Bitcoin, when there's a lot of people agreeing on something, guess what? Bitcoin does usually the opposite. When a lot of people say it's gonna go up, stay back. There's a good chance they might turn back down and fool you guys, or fool all of us. But again, if we're gonna say that Bitcoin's gonna make the same movement it did in years past, we probably most likely gonna revisit the 200 moving average. Touch here, probably go a couple ups, up and down, and let's try to make our way up. Now, anything around here below these prices, it's an opportunity of your lifetime. But the ideal is gonna be when Bitcoin touches this line here. It might penetrate a little longer, maybe come down here. And also, guys, I wanted to show you, kind of besides a little bit moving out away from the main conversation. This box also represents all the capitulations, right? Meaning this is when everybody just lost hope and say Bitcoin is dead, it's gonna go to zero, and a lot of people just sold whatever they have left just to never look back and come back into crypto again. To what? To miss this parabolic run time and time again. So do not be that person, right? Do not be discouraged. I started to know about Bitcoin around here, and look where we are now, right? Couple years later, 4 years later, I'm still here. I believe in this project. I believe in the future of crypto and the future of blockchain, and this is not gonna go away, guys. This is not going to go away. Okay, so if you believe in that, what I'm telling you is, yes, you're going to have some investor problem in Bitcoin. If you do, you might, Bitcoin gives it to you, Bitcoin takes it away. That's what it is. But I'm trying to be here for you and kind of give you a little heads up. And what I'm telling you now is, save your money. Do not go all the way in, because again, Bitcoin might fool us all and come back here again, break this 45, break this blue line, and you start climbing back up. So you want to have some portion of your money invested in crypto. Not all of it. Always have dry powder, meaning cash in hand, to buy more, to buy the dip. Always keep that in mind, okay? Now, if you ask me, if Bitcoin comes down to these levels, guys, it's all in. But this is what I will do. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not giving you financial advice. But if it's me, around here, I think I'm going all in. There's another line here I'm going to show you. I'm going to change the 50 just for keep in mind 50 goes up here, but I'm going to erase this one, and I'm going to show you now another line that usually might come up there, but nobody knows. And it's the 300. This is the one that I keep in my eye on. I'll be very surprised if ever because it comes down here, it's going to come lower to the 300. But this is where the 300 will be right now. And I'm going to make the 50 now the 300 so you can see. And I put it back. I'm going to put it back again. This is the 300. Look. This is the 300 now, right? This is what it is. Around 14,000. I do not think it's going to go that low. Bitcoin has never go below its previous all-time high. Meaning, Bitcoin passed, or the last all-time high was 20,000. If everything is according to what Bitcoin has always done, Bitcoin will never come back down to 20,000. Which also implies that by the time Bitcoin meets this line, if he ever does, this line is going to be already above 20,000. Maybe 23, 22, maybe 21 and change. But probably never going to go back down to 20,000, guys. Okay? So just keep an eye that this spike down, touch the 3,900. All right, so just gonna keep you advice on that. But for all intended purposes, is a red line, the one that it's in play here, and is the one that if it ever comes down to these levels, you need to make an attempt to go all in at that time. or at least to have a big portion of your dry powder, of your cash in hand to invest in this area. Why? Because I do think once it comes down here, again, if it ever does come down here, like it did here, here, and here, we're gonna see now the next parabolic movement of BTC. Because guys, remember, every time it comes down here, it goes up, up, and up. It might pull back because it needs to retest the line, but it goes up, up, and up. Same thing here. It went down, 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 boom, landed on the 200, and went parabolic again. Again, it came down here, landed on the 200, and it went parabolic again. So here, kind of going up and down, up and down. Now we lost that 50,000 because Bitcoin do like to come down and sort of test the 50,000 and come back up. It did it here, it went back up. Did it here, it went back up. But here it completely failed, and now we find ourselves in a predicament where Bitcoin is trying to come up, but it's getting harder and harder. And there's a chance that we might come back again, like I said, and revisit the red line here, which represents the 200 moving average. And this is the time, guys, when you need to come and pull out all your resources. And if you invested in Bitcoin, if you like crypto, just buy here. Doesn't need to be Bitcoin. You got Ethereum. You might have Cardano that is already 90 cents. If Bitcoin goes ever to these levels, Cardano might come down to a few cents. So XRP to a few cents. Any Ethereum, there's a good chance that Ethereum might come back down to 1,000, right? 1,000 and change, $1,600. Something that a lot of people didn't think about that. And Cardano, just like BTC and like all these other major coins, we're expecting probably Ethereum to go to 10,000 at some point once the next bull market starts coming up, right? Because my guesstimation, guys, is that Bitcoin at least is going to hit these levels here. I'll say give or take this area, right? The 100,000, 17,000. If we do a quick let me see, how can I make this? Well, let's leave it at that. Let's not get you guys more sort of confused. This is what I'm looking at BTC to come up to. But let me bring this Bitcoin logarithmic, they are low growth here, and I'll give you have an idea of more or less what I'm thinking is going to be. Look, the last bull market went up to the top of the curve, and went back, it came back to the bottom. So now we're expecting this to come back to the bottom here, which is 29,000. It might pick down. It's either coming here to this line or coming down to the 200, which is around here. So it's one of those two, or something in between. But anything around here, it's good money. It's gonna start climbing up again, and there's a good chance that we're going to probably come around here, but finally we'll be making the heights of 146,000 probably, and I'll be surprised, pleasantly surprised, if we go to these levels again, to $200,000. We might, just like we did here, and we did here, right? To the top of the curve. And guys, just be prepared, because it's not gonna go up all the way up. It's gonna come back down, just like it did here, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down, all the way up, and then just completely imploded on the way back down here. So just keep an eye on that. We will be going up at some point, but just take your time and follow the market. And like I said, do not, if you haven't, invest just yet. Me, basically, I would like to see Bitcoin above the 50, around here, right? Come on top of the 50 moving average. Why? Because once Bitcoin comes on top and it helps that line of support, it goes up. It goes parabolic, right? Like it here, whoop, up. Let's see if I can find all the instances. Okay, so remember that I say it rested here. Once it came up here, of course, it kept up and down, but it kept going on an upward movement. And it never came back below the 50. So anything above here, I'll say it's a good chance that we're going for higher numbers, right? So yes, here, put the money. It's gonna be 50, 48, 50,000. But anything that you put in here is gonna probably double X, triple X, 4, 5X at this point. Because once it come here, I don't think we're gonna probably come back down, and it's gonna be enough volume to take us higher, maybe to these numbers, or probably around the 80,000, right? But this is the area of you, if you haven't done it yet, where you can put the money, right? For now, just stay on the sidelines, right? If it goes past this blue, the money goes in, and just try to get the take chances of the write-up. If it comes down, just wait until it comes down. The closer it comes down to this line, the better. Okay. The movement is gonna be hard. I think it's gonna be probably just like this one. This one is gonna, like they say, floor is gonna fall off. It's gonna come off. Basically, you're gonna feel like BTC is in free fall. So I don't think it's gonna stay here too long. It's gonna just go down, whoop, and that's the signal you're gonna get to go all in. So two things, guys: all in if it comes down here, all in if it goes above here. Anything in between, it's uncertainty. We will not know if it's gonna come back down, if it's gonna come back up. So for now, like I said, stay with your money on the sidelines and just learn. For now, try to learn the movement of BTC, learn the patterns, the things that it does, the things that, and enjoy the ride, guys. Enjoy the ride. It's a beautiful ride. It's sometimes anxious, right? But it's a beautiful ride. It's a beautiful ride. Guys, this is it for today. Again, keep in mind, we're gonna keep tracking the price of Bitcoin. It's now 39. I believe we might go lower. Why? Stock market. Let me show you the stock market now so you have an idea. Look, you went below the 50. Again, when it goes below the 50, it's not too good, and it's making it harder to come back down. There's a chance that we have the S&P 500 to come in and come down here, just like we spoke about Bitcoin. Okay, there's a good chance, because it has done it also, just like Bitcoin. Once it penetrates this blue, it's hard to come back and comes down. Violates, breaks the blue, comes down again, and then goes up in a V shape. It recovers really, really, really quick. Down and up again. So here we kind of in that predicament as well. So I think there's more downside to the stock market. And let's find the Dow Jones now. This is the dollar, and the problem with the dollar is that it's on an up and up. I wanted to end the video now, but I want to show you this before I lock this thing. So this is 2017. This is when the bull market started going. You see, dollar come down, BTC went up. All right, the dollar went down, and BTC went up on that time. So here again, the dollar started coming down, and that's when we had the latest parabolic run. The BTC started going up. Now, dollar's coming up, what is going to do BTC? It's going to come down. But once this comes probably up here, it might do a triple bottom, 1, 2, or maybe just come down to this level, maybe around here, right? It's going to make it probably through here, at least here, or all the way up here. But as long as the dollar keeps coming, it's going on the upside. And look, guys, it's above the 50, right? Once it comes all the way up here, BTC is going to keep coming down. And so is S&P and the Dow Jones. So let's keep an eye, right? And I'm going to explain this a little further in my next video, because it's gonna take too long. When this comes up here, the higher it goes, the the dollar, the lower BTC and the stock market comes down. So once it comes up here, this area, there's a good chance it's going to start pulling back down again, meaning now is the chance for Bitcoin to run like crazy to the upside. So my guesstimation is while the dollar's going up, BTC is gonna come and crash down to the levels that we mentioned before. Okay, it's gonna come down here, and this is basically what we just all we can do, just sit and wait and see where it's heading. It saves you dry powder, guys. I'm gonna keep you posted. I will keep you posted. I will keep you posted. All right. So if you know anybody that like to learn about crypto, this beautiful market, fairly new market, share my videos with your friends. Share my videos with your friends. Hit the bell, subscribe to my channel, and I'll always give you information that you might need to make it in this volatile or yet beautiful market. This is it for today, guys. It's Tito Flow saying hasta la vista. Take care.